as you all know, we are here to announce a new role for Pete Mackanin beginning next year. After 2.5 years serving as manager of the Phillies, next year Pete's going to begin serving as a special advisor to me.
There's only 30 of these jobs in the world, and I had one of them. And for that, I'm extremely delighted. I'm just thrilled that I had an opportunity to do that. Now, sure, you'd like to inherit the best team in baseball and just push the buttons. And one thing that I'm most proud of is I believe that a lot of players have improved under my watch. They've played better and they've learned some things from me, and that to me is just as important as winning.
In the world of baseball, there's one thing we know at this point in the year. A lot of times there's going to be change. Change with the Phillies organization, maybe even change with the Mets organization. Tonight, the Phils will begin the final series of the season against the New York Mets. Well, Pete Mackanin has been reassigned within the Phillies organization beginning next year. He'll manage these last 3 days and then will become a special assistant to Matt Klentak beginning in 2018. And beyond. So we will say so long to the Phils manager, but hopefully we'll get a chance to see him quite often in his new role. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. It's always a sad day when we say goodbye to a friend who has been so good to us, not only this year, but over the years. Pete Mackanin first arrived as a Phillies coach in 2009 and was, from the beginning, a great communicator. He was also very funny. It's hard to see him go because this was his dream job, to be a manager in the major leagues. Interim manager 2 other times with the Pirates and the Reds, eventually with the Phils, the same role, and then eventually was named the skipper for good. And today I think a lot of us were kind of stunned to say goodbye to him, at least after this weekend comes to a close.
Yeah, stunned was one of the words when I got the word that he was going to be taken off the manager's role and be a special assistant to the general manager. I didn't understand it. I don't understand with 3 games left why this had to be done now, why it couldn't have been done after the season when there's no one around, just make a move, do whatever. But I agree with you. I got to know Pete a little bit last year, just coming around and hanging out. This year I got to know him a lot better. It's tough because he did everything he could with this team. And I don't care who you are. You could bring the greatest manager in the history of the world to come down. They weren't going to make this team a winning team. It's just not. Let's just be honest about that. Pete did everything he could. Mix and match with the bullpen. Mix and match with the rotation throughout the entire season. When they finally got some guys up, Nick Williams, Rhys Hoskins, guys like that, all of a sudden they started playing better baseball under Pete. So this is what made me think, why would they do this now when they're starting to play a lot better than they were in the first half?
Well, one thing that Pete did say that he's happy about, and I think we're all happy about it, is the fact that he still will be within the organization for the next couple of years. So, change here in Philadelphia. It begins after the season comes to a close. Tonight it'll be Ben Lively on the mound for the Phils, Matt Harvey on the hill for the Mets. Lineups at first pitch when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. By Toyota. Find your favorite model today. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phillies. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. One of his final lineup cards of the season. He'll have 2 more after this as he wraps up his tenure as the skipper of the Philadelphia Phillies. Over in the other dugout, Terry Collins, well, his fate has not been decided. At least that's the understanding of everyone over there. Maybe it has. We won't find that out until Monday. But let's take a look at Terry's lineup for tonight. It's brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Nori Aoki will lead things off in right field, then Reyes and Cabrera. D'Arnaud has had a good year. He's batting cleanup. Nimmo bats 5th. Rosario, the rookie, hits 6th. The bottom third was Smith, Lagares, and Harvey. And they'll face Ben Lively, who had a very ineffective first inning last time out, but then settled back in. The first pitch of the night is a fastball too low, and we're underway.
It could be the last lineup card that Pete fills out, because when I was down there in the coach's room, Larry Boa couldn't find tomorrow's or Sundays. So they might just go without one. That's what I told him. I said, just tell the player, go play where you want.
Yeah. If you do that, then Velasquez will probably come off the disabled list. He'll want to play because he wants to hit. 2 balls and no strikes to Aoki. Aoki was 0 for 7 in last series for the Mets. Had a fastball in there. It's 2-1. Lively allowed 5 runs in the first inning against the Braves in his last start. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Aoki hitting .289 since the Mets picked him up. He has been with a lot of teams this year, which is shocking. He's a pretty good player.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought he was with the Giants, right?
He was with this year Blue Jays, Astros, Giants at one point.
Yeah, I thought, the Giants have been looking for a left fielder since forever,
yeah.
I think. And I thought he could be an answer to that. And this is him. He'll work counts, he'll foul balls off. He'll make a pitcher work.
Bouncer right side. Hoskins has it, and he'll flip to Lively covering. 3-1 on the putout, and 1 away here in the first. And that'll bring Jose Reyes to the plate. Considering the start to the season that Reyes had, the finish has been much better, even though his average is at .245. 14 home runs, 57 runs batted in.
I think it's the eye black at night that's been helping him a lot.
So?
Yeah.
It's all about the look, John.
Yeah.
At the knees.
I played with a guy in winter ball. He was an American guy. He never made it to the big leagues, but he always wore eye black at night. And I said, why? He said, because I used to play all day games and we're losing 1-0.
Yeah, fly ball to right field, and that one's going to carry right on out of the ballpark, and it's 1-0 Mets. 15th home run of the year for Reyes. I don't know, it is strange the success the Mets have had this year against the Phillies. And the success here at this ballpark, it's the 21st home run that they've hit in this ballpark in 8 games. Oh, well, not even 8. This is the 8th.
He hit it. I mean, there was no doubt about it when it left the bat.
All right, so the Mets take the lead, and now is Drupal Cabrera. Cabrera 2 for 13 in last series against the last series for the Mets. Excellent career numbers against the Phils, and he's had a wonderful month of September. One ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, this isn't the Mets that you thought you were going to see coming into this last series of the year. No Cespedes. Jay Bruce was traded. Curtis Granderson.
But somehow they still have the Phils number.
Yeah.
11-5 against the Phils this year. Outside 3-1.
I think when they were in the midst of spring training, I bet Terry Collins never thought that Travis d'Arnaud would be his cleanup hitter. Not with Bruce and Cespedes and Duda.
Shallow left center field. Galvis out, and that's going to fall for a bloop base hit for Asdrubal Cabrera. Well, Cabrera and Ahmed Rosario are part of our State Farm combo. State Farm here to help life go right. We mentioned Cabrera's good numbers here in September, 342. But Ahmed Rosario, we didn't see him the last time these two teams faced each other, but he's playing more, and he's hitting 308 for the Mets this month. Yeah, that'll bring Travis d'Arnaud to the plate. d'Arnaud 245 with 16 home runs, 57 runs batted in. 16 home runs, a career high. The RBI is a career high. In the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Towering pop up left side. Franco is peeking up, but it's Galvis's ball. And Galvis makes the catch. 2 outs. And Brandon Nimmo is coming up. First 6 starts for Lively, an ERA of 3.72. The opponent's batting average was higher. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, and that's why, you know, numbers, although useful at times, could be confusing and meaningless at other times.
Yeah. Nimmo takes inside, 1-0. Former first-round pick, not a bad year, 273 and 201 plate appearances. He just asked the home plate umpire if that was a ball or not. I think he was surprised too.
Ask him if that one was a strike.
2-0.
Oh, the modern player.
That was a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I don't think they anticipated Brandon Nimmo to be hitting 5th either.
Nope. Their outfield is totally different than what they expected it would be. Figure they thought Cespedes would be in left, Granderson would be in center, Bruce would be in right.
Yeah, and then when Cespedes got hurt, Conforto came up and he was doing well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Conforto.
Hurt.
Yeah, Conforto had to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, Terry Collins is on the hot seat. How do you win when your best players are either traded or hurt?
Toward first, picked on 1 hop by Rhys Hoskins. And the inning is over, but a run does score. It's the 13th run allowed in the first inning this year for Lively. It's the Mets 1, Phillies nothing as we come back. In, getting set to see the Phils bat for the first time. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Cesar does lead it off, then Freddie Galvis. Nick Williams hits third. Rhys Hoskins cleanup. All these guys are facing Matt Harvey. As Harvey delivers the first pitch, Cesar shows bunt, takes a strike, 0-1. Well, when you talk about how peculiar the outfield is right now, how peculiar are those numbers for Matt Harvey? 5-6 with an ERA of 6.60. He doesn't even look like the same pitcher that he used to be.
No, velocity's down. You know what?
Crazy.
Aren't your second year after Tommy John, right? This is second year after. You're supposed to be stronger than you were.
Supposed to be stronger. Well, the shoulder problems this year have sort of derailed him, but that's concerning. Inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wonder where this ball went. Whoa.
How did he know to keep that cup holder empty?
I don't know. There was some balance to it. That a baby.
Didn't spill any food.
No, he did not miss a beat.
I think I'm in love. I think I'm in love with that man right there.
Oh my.
Now I'm not. He just wiped his mouth. Gotta let that stuff go.
Swing and a miss. Cesar's down on strikes. 1 away here in the first.
Nothing wrong with the little cheese hanging out of the old beard.
Yeah, for a couple innings at least, right?
Yeah, might get hungry in the third.
There's Freddie Galvis. Galvis 2 for 11. In the last series against the Nationals, Phillies took 2 of 3 from Washington. Now 64 and 95 on the year. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitbull's here.
You're joking, right? Is that?
I just think it's a Pitbull impersonator. I think he just likes the look. Two and 1 to Freddie. Freddie hitting .253 with 12 home runs, 61 runs batted in.
He did a pretty classy thing, sending his private plane down to get cancer patients out of Puerto Rico.
Yes, he did. Very
unbelievable gesture on his part.
With a foul ball by Galvis. The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Harry Haran of Upper Darby. Phillies hit a home run in today's ball game. Harry will win $300. McDonald's, enjoy a cold soft drink or freshly brewed hot coffee for only $1. I'm loving it. Another foul ball. Watch out for the nachos. Hey, nice grab. Fans are on their toes this evening.
Hey, I'd like to say they're throwing some leather around, but one was cardboard, one was just human flesh.
3-2. Human flesh. There's Nick Williams waiting on deck. Out to center field. And Lagares will go back and settle under it. There are 2 outs. Oh, Johnny, we forgot about the Nissan keys to the game. What do you got for tonight?
I was hoping we just continue to forget about him, but you know, finish strong. You got 3 games left. You've had a great month of September. You're probably your best month of the year so far. Finish strong. Do a good job in these last 3 games against the Mets. And Ben Lively, you know, there's who knows who's going to be in this rotation. We know Aaron Nola. Other than that, who knows? You know, there's 4 spots open. Someone has to command those spots and take them. Ben Lively's getting his chance tonight.
I think that's the thing that you always have to remember, particularly here in the month of September. A lot of times they say, September doesn't really count. It doesn't really matter because you're playing against a lot of minor leaguers. But I think for a young organization, it definitely counts. Nick Williams sprays one to center field. And he is aboard with 2 outs.
Here's my theory on that. If you're a young player, a September call-up, or a rookie during the season that's been called up, and you have that attitude about, well, September, we're not playing against the pennant, we're not playing for anything, we're playing a team that has a bunch of injuries, so that's a guy you don't want on your team. That's a guy that you can't count on when it comes down to, hopefully in another year or two, this team is contending for something, and that's a guy you can't count on to say, we need a big win out of you today.
Well, and the other part of it, too, for these young players, they're now used to Major League Baseball. So when spring training rolls around, they're not going to be in awe of all of it. Hoskins hitless in his last 13 ABs, hitting .266 with 18 home runs, 47 runs batted in. 1 ball and 1 strike to him.
I just wonder if Reese is wearing down a little. I keep saying it, but my first year, when we got into September, like, oh my gosh, we got how many games left? 27 games left or something?
What do you do in the offseason, though, John, to then get ready for a 162 game or 180 game season if you want to make the postseason? What have you seen other guys do?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's better. Well, I know what I did, and I know I didn't hit at all until spring training started.
Oh, really?
No. I played basketball. I just wanted to get as far away from baseball as I could, but I didn't hit until spring training started. Probably that's why I had such terrible springs, but I wanted my at-bats to start counting opening day than I did, February 28th. I mean, who cares if you get a hit then? But I wanted to be fresh when the season started. And I've talked to a lot of orthopedic surgeons and stuff that tell you that, these guys now that, you wonder why there's so many injuries.
Fly ball center field, not deep.
Pick it up when we get done.
Lagares comes sprinting in. Boy, he had a long way to go to make that catch. But the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. On to the second. It's the Mets 1, Phillies nothing. Deserved. State Farm agent is here to help with the right home and auto coverage and discounts too. Talk to a Philadelphia area State Farm agent or call 800 State Farm. 1-0 Mets on top as Ben Lively begins the second against Ahmed Rosario. It's no balls and 1 strike to Rosario.
So the orthopedic surgeons were telling me that, you know, these guys take off a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then they go right back into training for the following season. He said they need to take off at least a month. And this guy's a very well-respected orthopedic surgeon.
Just to kind of let the body calm down a little bit.
You got to let everything calm down.
Yeah.
You know, especially pitchers. You know, they start throwing program in November. Why?
I think it's a psychological thing. They think they have to.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I think it's that, and I think you know we're like in this age with young kids. Well, if you go play basketball, you're not going to be ready for travel baseball or, you know, your spring baseball high school season.
Well,
really,
I hope that as this next generation moves on, the next one realizes how important it is to play as many sports as possible at a young age.
Without question.
Dominic Smith hitting .204 since his call up with 8 home runs, 25 runs batted in. He has 24 home runs combined between the minors, where he had 16 at AAA. 1-2. Ground ball back to the box. Lively's getting a workout in. 2 outs. Time for our cold hard facts. Here's Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, you mentioned it. The Phils and the Mets here at Citizens Bank Park has been a very lopsided affair so far this season. The Mets 6-1 against the Phillies, and as you pointed out, they've hit 21 home runs here at Citizens Bank Park, as to the Phillies 4. But that's not a big surprise, because we're looking at our cold hard fact presented by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Most home runs on the road. The Mets 121. That includes the one they hit tonight. The Nationals at 108. The Cubs, Cardinals, and Dodgers behind. But Mets have the lead in that category by a wide margin in the National League, and I think well, part of that is due to the way they have played here at Citizens Bank Park. They have been dominant for sure.
It's Juan Lagares who hits it back toward the middle. Lively couldn't get that one, so it's a 2-out single. Yeah, that'll bring Matt Harvey to the plate. Yeah, the Mets have hit 21 home runs in 7+ games. They've scored 48 runs, or I should say 47 in the previous 7 games. They're averaging almost 7 runs per game here at this ballpark. But not only that, their pitching staff, has a combined ERA, starters, relievers, of 3.19. So it's been all across the board.
How did we win that one game?
That's a great question.
Nola pitched a shutout or something, and then the next day they scored 17.
That's a good question.
Didn't they score a bunch off of us one game?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. 1 ball and no strikes to Harvey. 2 balls and no strikes to Harvey.
I try to forget some things.
Yeah, that's a tough one to forget, though.
Yeah. My TV's not working again. I can't draw.
Well, you could draw on the Phillies logo.
Yeah. There we go.
Fly ball foul. It was a Nola win and a Garcia save, 3-1 over the Mets on the 12th of August.
Surprised Harvey was swinging there, 2-0.
Now 3 balls and 1 strike. Norioki is on deck. Well, I think you just got to keep throwing fastballs to him here.
Yeah, and if I'm Alfaro, I don't even, you know, moving out to the outside corner. I just sit in the middle of the plate. If it goes to the outside corner, so be it. If it goes to the inside corner, so be it. But you can't walk him.
There it goes. Pitch is on the inside corner, and it's a strike 3 call. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Middle of the second, 1-0 New York.
talk about in the interview process. As we outline what the priorities are going to be, what the characteristics are that we're looking for in a manager. I have an idea, but I really want to be thorough in that and make sure that the candidate that we bring in is the best person to connect with our players, to connect with our fans, to connect with our front office, and ultimately to help this team win. And that's ultimately what it's going to be about.
Well, it has been a long day here in Philadelphia as the Phils, we found out today that Pete Mackanin will not be coming back as the manager of the Phils, but will stay with the organization. And Matt Klentak has been nice enough to join us up here in the booth. And Matt, I know it's never easy to make these decisions, but those are the decisions that a general manager has to make from time to time.
Yep, and I think it's even tougher when you're dealing with someone like Pete, who we all respect like we do. But I mean, look, we talked about it this afternoon. This is not an easy decision, but we believe it's the right one, and this is all about growing the organization forward and ultimately about winning, and that's why we're making the move.
Was there anything, and I don't know, when you decided to make the decision final, but was there something as Altair bounces this one to third and Cabrera makes a nice play? Was there something that the younger players did to open your mind to say, you know what, we're a little farther along than we thought, so maybe we make this move now?
I think, yeah, I mean, this has been a bit of a roller coaster season. Obviously, the early part of the year was very difficult. It's been more refreshing lately, but I think, I said it earlier this afternoon. I think rebuilds can take a lot of different forms, and different organizations that have gone through them have had different timelines, have had different ups and downs throughout, and we are responding to what's taking place during our rebuild, and some managers are better with certain types of teams, some managers are better with other types of teams. I think that's been true in baseball for a long time. I can't point at Pete and say, if you did X, right, or if you did Y, that this would have been different. And I told him as much yesterday when I sat down with him.
Well, there's the beauty of a bunt by Odubel, so he's aboard with one out. So the Phils have a base runner. That's their second hit, and it'll bring Maikel Franco to the plate.
Matt, was there any specific reason why today? Because I've had people, why didn't they wait till after the season?
Yeah. No, it's a popular question. I've gotten that a few times today too. The truth is, when I first started thinking about this, I would probably have leaned towards doing it on Monday. That's Monday in a few days. That's typically the day that teams make changes. But really the reason it happened today was it was driven by my respect for Pete Mackanin. And once I knew that this is what we were planning to do, it didn't feel right to sit there in his office before the game and be down in the clubhouse or conduct interviews or whatever, knowing that was that was going to be the outcome. So once I knew, I wanted to tell him, and I wanted to meet him face to face. And yesterday, the off day, was a good day for us to get together, and that's why. So and then once we told him, we weren't going to try to hide that till Monday between the two of us. That wasn't fair to anybody, and that's why we made the announcement today.
I know we ran the clip about potentially what you're thinking about, but moving forward, do you have a certain manager? I'm not saying a person, but a certain style manager in mind for this young group?
I do, but I think again, a lot of this will be predicated on the candidates that we interview and what they bring to the table. So like most people, I mean, that would want in this type of a role, I mean, leadership will be key. Right. Communication, their ability to communicate not only with players but with the fans and the media and with the front office. I mean, that'll be an important component. One of the questions I've received today a lot has been about former managerial experience. Does the person we hire have to have been a former manager? And I would say at this stage, not necessarily. More than likely, we will interview candidates with former managerial experience, but we're not going to rule out anybody yet. We're going to cast a wide net and see where that leads us. But ultimately, we're going to find the best fit for this organization at this time in its history.
Maikel Franco has the count, 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Odubel Herrera is over at first base.
Can you find a manager that can make sure he doesn't pull off his front foot?
That's been a popular question all year long, and I will.
And he goes deep.
Well, there you go.
He's going to make you look bad, Johnny.
Yeah, he's going to give the Phils the lead here, it looks like. Yep, right over the flower bed. A 2-run home run for Maikel Franco. That's his 22nd of the year. And the Phils are on top 2-1.
Yeah, you fixed him.
He's a very talented young man.
Well, it makes a winner out of Harry Heron of Upper Darby, who's won $300 thanks to Maikel, the McDonald's home run jackpot.
If he can do that consistently,
yeah,
you don't have to worry about third base for a long time. The problem is he gets long, he opens up too quick. That's just a short, quick to the ball, and you know he'll do that for a stretch, and then he'll go a long stretch without doing it. And the head Odubel hair shake with someone who is bald.
One of the things that I'm sure you guys have covered on the air over the course of the season, but is that Franco's defense from the early parts of the year to more recently has really come a long way as well. He's worked very hard at it, and it's starting to show.
Yeah.
He looks good out there defensively.
Well, now here's Jorge Alfaro. Alfaro so far hitting .304 with 4 homers and 13 runs batted in. The pitch is low. Matt, I know that you guys talked about Pete staying on, which I think, and let's face it, he was extremely classy in everything he did today, and I'm sure he was when he met with you as well, but that he will stay on. I mean, he's a baseball lifer. Next year he'll be 50 years in baseball, and you don't always find guys like that have been in the game in as many roles as he's been.
Yeah, and certainly that's I don't take that for granted, especially relatively speaking. I haven't been in the game very long myself, so to make sure that I'm surrounding myself with people that have had different experiences and have worn a lot of hats in this game is critical. And Pete, I talked earlier today about our relationship and the way we've become close over the last couple of years. But this role that we're signing him to perform for the next couple of years is a legit role. It's I'm gonna lean on him for his counsel at various stages throughout the year. I would expect, we haven't ironed out all the details yet, but Pete's home is in Arizona,
right,
which is about the best place in the country to scout. If you're going to live somewhere and scout, there's baseball activity in Arizona all throughout the year. So Pete is an experienced evaluator, so it'll be a real role. And I know it's not the same as being a major league manager, but we're going to lean on him.
Do you have a timetable, or is it going to
for the hiring?
Yeah, you're going to let things just sort of play out.
Well, I'd rather make the decision sooner rather than later, largely because once we hire the manager, we then need to assemble the staff,
right.
and basically once the World Series is over, now we get into conversations about signing players or making trades. So, I don't want to delay too much, but we'll take whatever time we need to take. If it takes a couple weeks, great. If it drags into November, that's not unprecedented either. So we'll do whatever we need to do.
A little slap out to third. Cabrera will throw out lively. Alfaro holds up at second base.
Why would he throw that?
Why would Smith throw that?
Yeah, why? Like,
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Wanted to show off his lobbing arm.
Yeah, just in case you need a closer.
And you also did talk about the coaching staff today. Reiterate what you said to them. I know there's a process with all this. You met with Pete, you met with the coaching staff, and before you met with the members of the media. But there's a process for them as well, because 2018 will be here very quickly, from a job standpoint.
Yep, and the message that I delivered to the coaches today was, look, we can't make any decisions on our 2018 coaching staff until we have a manager in place. The manager has to have involvement in that. That's the way we're going to do it. So, to be fair to everybody, or as fair as we can possibly be in this circumstance, the coaches are, effectively free agents as soon as we play our final game. They are free to seek other opportunities and look around, because that's the right thing to do. If we make our managerial selection and that person has interest in retaining or talking to, some of the members of our coaching staff, then that's great. But our guys don't need to sit around waiting. I understand the realities of this.
Well, and you've been around in other roles around baseball. I mean, this happens at this time of the year. It's never easy, but it does happen at this time of the year.
The fall, right after the season's over, this is the time front offices are turning over, the scouts are turning over, coaching staffs are turning over. This is that time of the year.
Well, I will say this, and you know how we feel about Pete. From our standpoint, you talked about communicating from dealing with the media and everything like that. Boy, he could be the best I've ever dealt with when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, he's been so good about that.
Yep, he's honest, and today he was as classy as ever during the press. I don't know how to say it. I really like the guy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Matt, we appreciate it. I know it's been a busy day for you, busy couple of days, but we do appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us.
Thanks, Tom. No problem.
Right.
Thanks, John.
Matt Klentak, the Phillies general manager. Maikel Franco, while he was here in the booth, we fixed him. 2-run home run. He's given the Phils a 2-1 lead as we go to the third. Go to the fan section for all the information, and please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, John, the question is this: who holds the Phillies record for most assists by a shortstop in one season? The answer will be revealed in just a little bit.
Well, I got a couple.
Yeah, there are a couple that jump right out at you.
Yep.
There's Aoki, and he takes up high, 1 ball and no strikes. He grounded out his first time up.
I'm going to try this one.
That's the one I would have tried also.
And apparently we're both going to get buzzed.
We would have both gotten buzzed if we wrote that one down. I would probably defer to that one, yes.
Man, 50-50 chance when I blew it.
Well, I mean, the guy playing shortstop right now.
I know. He was my third. He was going to be my third choice.
He hasn't started every game at shortstop, but he has played in every game. On the outside corner, 3-1 to Aoki.
This is the frustrating thing. Franco hits a big 2-run homer, puts you up. I know it's still early in the game. Then you fall behind the leadoff hitter next inning, 3-0. Now you battle back to 3-2, but this is where that big shutdown inning. Get your guys back in there. You got the heart of your order coming up, 2, 3, 4.
That was a good pitch. He pulled it foul softly. But it remains 3-2.
I just wonder if hitters can see that, because it seems to me when he tries to throw an off-speed pitch, whether it be a breaking ball or changeup, he slows up everything.
Out toward left center field, long run for Odubel, and he'll track it down. One away. Jose Reyes is coming up. Murph is continuing his journey around the ballpark, talking to some of our compadres working the cameras. Go ahead, Murph, take it away.
All right, yeah, down here at low first, and we're with Rich Cottrell, one of our terrific camera operators. And Rich, you're the pride of Penn State, we know that. And you got started doing this at a very early age. You were doing this in college, right?
Yeah, I got a job when I was in college at a local PBS station, WPSX, and I was lucky enough to do the sports package. And one day the producer, Pat Mansell, he said, "Hey, would you want to do this? Go talk to Jeff and Nacho." And they kind of hazed me a little bit, but once I started doing this, and by the time I was graduating, I was getting to shoot for ESPN.
All right, well, you know, we've been hazing you ever since, so that's okay, right?
That's true. That's true.
Hey, more importantly, I know you're a very proud father of 3, and you wanted to give a shout out to the boys, right?
I had 3 boys. I got Bowden, I got Liam, and I got Quentin. We don't have a school picture. This is his first year. He's in kindergarten, and they're all celebrating high holidays right now. So good yontif to my family. And I get away with not having to go to the services and break the fast.
Well, there you go. We won't tell anybody. And just real quickly, speaking of Father's Day, we should point out that it's an official fact that you are indeed the fastest cameraman on the crew. Correct?
That's true. That's true. I don't want to brag, but it was
but I will.
Father's Day Invitational 2 years ago, last season, and I did get to win the race. It wasn't my idea. Our director made the challenge. But I did come up with the win.
Look at that. Look at you go. Watch.
Our director.
I had it running a long time, so it felt good not to wind up like Greg.
Our director was wearing a lanyard, too. That slowed him down.
Well, at least you didn't celebrate too much. Rich, you do great work. We appreciate it. Thanks for spending a couple minutes with us. Guys.
All right, Murph, thank you. It was Nick Marchetta, Greg Farnese, and Rich running. Looked like Greg blew a tire, John?
Yeah, it didn't look like it ended well for him.
No.
Little hammy might have creeped up in there.
There he is. Oh,
yeah, see, he grabs that hammy.
The freeze would have caught him down in Atlanta. Would have blew right past him.
The freeze would have had that hammy ice, too, before he got to the finish line.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Those aren't no good.
There's Greg right there. How's that hammy feel? Yeah, that's right.
I still don't know what possesses people. Unless you're being chased by someone who shouldn't be chasing you, why would anyone want to run?
For the sheer joy of it, of making us laugh?
Yeah, I mean, it is. It can be comical, yeah.
2 balls and 1 strike to Cabrera, who singled his first time. And now 3-1. Darno is on deck.
Huh.
I guess there was time called.
Does that add to the pitch count?
I didn't see the umpire say there was time called. Now there's time called.
Well, this is a speed up process.
Marvin Hudson is behind home plate. Jerry Lane is over at first. I feel like we just had this umpiring crew. Ground ball right side. Cesar to his left. And Cabrera, well, you could have run him down and tagged him out. He was going so softly up the first base line. Nothing across for the Mets. We've played 2.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 2-1 Phillies. An SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. John, did you see the selfie yesterday that Phil Mickelson did with the 3 former presidents?
I did see that. Yeah. That's.
He said, "I'm not an expert on selfies, considering that only half my head was in it."
But my arms aren't long enough to get me and someone else in one. I've never done one. Have you ever taken a selfie?
I have. Somebody showed me the right way of doing it. Like there's a certain way you have to hold the phone and then take it.
Ain't there like a little stick thing too?
There is, yeah. Murph has one of those. Murph, don't you have one of those? Selfie stick?
I have a selfie stick. Doesn't everyone? No.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Nope, I don't think everyone. Pete, do you have a selfie stick? Pete does not. Carl does not even have a cell phone half the time, right?
I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do. You can borrow it if you'd like.
Outside ball 4. Galvis walks. That is the second walk. Issued by Harvey. Well, 2018 is right around the corner. And the Phillies are accepting deposits now for new accounts. Full and partial plans are available to fit your needs and your schedule. Go to Phillies.com/season deposit for more info and to secure your seats now. Nick Williams will be the batter. He singled his first time up, 1 for 1. Outside, 1-0. Off-speed pitch, 1-1. How about this? How about the ERA that Harvey has here in September? 11.78 is the highest ever for a Mets pitcher in the month of September.
Let's hope we keep it there.
Yeah. Pedro Estacio had an ERA in September of 10.30. Over to first base, foul. So in his starts, Harvey has an ERA of 13.19. And we say that because he did have one relief appearance when Syndergaard started, and then he came on. So that's even worse on the DL because of a bad shoulder.
See, that's why we got to question who we work with.
Murph just came in with a selfie stick and dropped the phone.
So just because you have one doesn't mean you know how to work one. Is that where we're at with this, Murph?
Broken bat, fly ball out to right. That's going to drop in for a hit. Freddie will go to second base. I can't believe he just dropped his phone.
You know what the problem is?
You just dropped your phone.
I have the cell phone wallet on the back of my phone, and it doesn't fit anymore. That's the problem.
So now you have it backwards.
Yeah, so now I have it backwards.
There's Murph. There's Wheels in the background on the wall in his Penn State football outfit.
I'm embarrassed to know him. I'm ashamed to call him my friend.
He's your friend with a selfie stick. Nice.
He's my only friend with the selfie stick, I can tell you that. I never had the boys in West Virginia go up and say, hey, let's take a selfie. They pull out a stick.
Bouncy ball foul. Well, they actually might pull out a stick.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Hoskins flied out to shallow center his first time up. He's 0 for his last 14.
Murph's leaving. We can breathe now.
Ground ball to third and through the hole, a base hit. Galvis will hold up at third base. Well, I think with nobody out, Sammy playing it a little conservatively, and he probably should have in that spot. I think that's a good move with Altair coming up. That ends an 0 for 14 for Altair.
And a beautiful thing too. Rolls one right in between Rosario and Asdrubal Cabrera for that base hit. Yeah, Freddie got a good jump. Nimmo got to that ball quickly. Did nothing you can do. Like you said, no outs. 1 out, Sammy might have sent him. 2 outs, definitely send him. But, you know, you got Altair coming up and then Odubel. You have to think that one or both of them should come through for you here.
So the bases are loaded. The Mets are playing for 2. And Altair fouls it at the plate, and it's 0-1. Two grand slams. One inside the park grand slam, and the other one against Kershaw earlier this year, up to the second deck and left.
A couple weeks ago.
Yep. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch to hit.
Yes, it was. This is where Aaron has to battle. I still firmly believe that you have to think the other way. You know, most pitchers think to themselves, if I get hurt, it's because I'm going to miss inside. So you got to think with them, which shouldn't be too hard, but you got to look away.
Fly ball right field. It's not deep. Aoki is under it. Tagging from third is Galvis. Aoki's throw goes toward the plate. They'll hold Galvis up, and the bases will remain loaded. Yeah, he would have been dead to rights. And now Odubel's coming up with 1 man down.
Really good throw by Aoki.
Sure was.
I don't know. I mean, could Smith not hear d'Arnaud? I don't know why he would let that ball go through.
Unless d'Arnaud didn't say anything?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, just perfect footwork, perfect. Catch it over your throwing shoulder. Nice transfer. Strong throw that would hit the cutoff man.
Odubel hits it out towards center field. Lagares on the run. He's going to get to it. Galvis will tag. Williams tagging as well. He's hustling to third. A run scores, and it's 3-1. Phillies on top. All right, so they get 1 on the sac fly by Odubel.
I thought Nick was going to break his ankle going back to second. I mean, it looked
nice. It's like he's on ice skates. Well, at least he stayed in the bag, John.
Had you seen when he went back to second? I mean, it looked like he broke his leg. Do we have a new Lonnie Smith, maybe? Skates.
Michael had a 2-run home run his first time up. Side. 22 home runs now, 72 runs batted in.
That's the one.
Right.
That needs to be avoided at all costs.
Pitchcast presented by Mazda.
I mean, that pitch is a perfect located down and away fastball that he pulled off and tried to pull. And that's, but like you said, he needs to, it's going to happen. No one's perfect, but if he can cut back on that a lot.
Oh, that's going to be a balk. A run will score, and the Phillies will take a 4-1 lead. Shocking every time you see something like that. Pitchers do this over and over again, millions of times, and somehow he just lost the baseball.
He hit it on his thigh when he was bringing
like
his
that's
hand
what it
down.
was. Yep.
Right on his knee, really.
That is.
That's the thing.
Crazy.
That's the most amazing thing. And when it happens, no one knows what to do.
Yeah.
The runners all stood there like, what do I do?
Well, even Marvin Hudson, the home plate umpire, went out to look. There's really nothing to look at. He still didn't make the pitch, so. Swing and a miss at a high breaking ball. And that'll wrap up the third. The Phillies do get 2 runs, one on a sac fly, the other one on a balk. We'll move to the fourth. It's 4-1 Phils. Magnets, only Fire King safes are mag proof, and now are up to 70% off at WBMason.com and any of our What a Bargain locations. Who but WB Mason? Top of the fourth inning, it's 4-1 Phillies on top of the Mets. And it'll be Travis d'Arnaud, Brandon Nimmo, and Ahmed Rosario for the Mets. d'Arnaud popped out his first time up. He now has the 13th most home runs by a catcher in Mets history. Todd Hundley has the most. He had 41 one year, and Piazza has the next 2 categories locked up. But 16 home runs and 57 runs batted in. 0-2.
Is Murph going to stay up here the whole game?
I don't know what his intentions are.
Man,
Murph, are your intentions
you
to stay up here the whole game?
You miss one game, and all of a sudden now he's trying to run you out of town.
Popped up right side of the infield. Hoskins says he has it. Let us find out what Murph is doing up here. Murph?
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Despite John's objections, I'm up here for a reason. Say hello to Pete Mickelson, who is our high home camera. We introduced you to Dave Dinger earlier in the week, but normally it's Pete Mickelson who's right here in this spot, high home. And how are you? The pride of Temple, the pride of Plymouth Whitemarsh. You've been doing this for a long time. 1984, you started with Fanavision and then kind of worked your way up next to Tom and John.
That's correct, Murph. I started doing games in '84 with Fanavision and did games at the Vet, and now I'm up here. And I love every minute of it. The
key with high home, as we learned the other night, is you can't miss a pitch. Even when we're talking, you got to continue to work. Unlike Rich, who kind of took the whole inning off when I talked to him.
That's true, Murph, and it's a bit of a challenge here to work and talk to you. So
I get that a lot. It's okay. That was your camera that just followed the ball and a double caught. So he's working and talking at the same time. All right, I won't bug you for too long, but you've done a lot of big games, obviously. There's one or two of the games that you get a chance to do this stand out?
Well, certainly the World Series games, but one of the most fun was Doc's no-hitter in the playoffs. That was just amazing. The atmosphere and the energy, and it was quite a special event to be part of.
And I mean this in its truest form. I mean, were you nervous? Were you squeezing the camera a little bit tighter when those final pitches are coming?
Sure, you get wrapped up in it and caught up in it, just like the fans would, and you want to make sure that you have the shot you need, and you don't want to be distracted and miss something, at the crucial moment.
I don't want to distract you anymore. Look at it. Hard at work, following the foul ball as well. Pete Mickelson, thank you very much for all that you do and for just your company up here in the booth, day in and day out.
Thanks a lot, Murph. I really appreciate it.
Guys?
Shout out to the crew also.
Absolutely.
Well, the inning is now over as Rosario is retired. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. We have played 3.5. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. He didn't. Find your favorite model today. Toyota, let's go places. And by McDonald's, enjoy a cold soft drink or freshly brewed coffee for only $1. I'm loving it. Bottom of the fourth inning, it's 4-1 Phillies on top. Jorge Alfaro will lead it off. It'll be Alfaro, Ben Lively, and then Cesar Hernandez against Matt Harvey. Popped him up. Dominic Smith. We got all turned around. Unfortunately, Reyes is. Oh, now it's going to drop for a hit.
Look at Alfaro hustling. Attaboy. That's the way you play baseball.
So all it can be is a double. What the heck happened there?
I got it. You take it. But Alfaro busted it out of the box. You said it. Smith got turned around. And Reyes came over. You know, that almost hit Reyes. But watch Alfaro. He's upset, but he runs. And he continues to run. And he makes a good turn. That ball hits the ground, and he's on second base. You know, that's baseball. That's the way you play the game. Okay, so they catch it. What's the worst thing that can happen? You jog back in the dugout, you put your gear on, and 2 more outs later, you go catch.
Boy, that is outstanding.
That's beautiful.
And I know that in this day and age, sometimes when we see that, we get excited because it doesn't happen all of the time around baseball, and it should happen all of the time. Lively takes outside, 2-0. Well, between the balk and that.
Hey, he's been doing that though since he's gotten called up.
Yeah, I agree.
As does Nick.
Fly ball, short left center.
I wonder if we can get a triple out of this one.
Rosario makes the catch. And 1 away. Hey, if you follow the Phillies on social media, you can win the following: an opportunity to throw out the first pitch this Sunday, 4 tickets to Sunday's game, or 4 tickets to 2018 opening day on Thursday, April 5th. Go to Phillies.com/loyalfan or check out the Phillies Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram accounts for more information. Johnny, you've thrown out the first pitch.
I have.
For a ball game. I mean, that's a great thrill for somebody to do that.
Yes, it is.
For you, it's kind of old school, but for a fan,
it's more nerve-wracking because you played at the highest level. You're expected to be able to throw a ball 50 feet.
Even though you're short.
Yeah, I'm real short. But sometimes it just doesn't go that far.
Yeah. Well, I think it's always cool when somebody gets a chance to do that, and just a random fan on social media gets a chance to do that. Cesar 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Philly's social media department has done a really good job evolving over the last year or so. And as we get closer to the offseason, it's a perfect way to figure out where the players will be, if any are in town, where the community service events will take place, how you can help, all those things. 3 balls, no strikes to Hernandez with a runner at second, and ball 4.
I'm going to be doing some random podcast. Dan Worthing going out. I'll be doing some podcasts over the winter.
Nice.
Just on things that strike me as stupid, funny, maybe not so funny.
You going to do some stuff around the holiday season, maybe something like that?
Well, yeah, I think I don't know. You know, I've been after to stay in Florida for Christmas, but we always come up here.
Oh, you do come up here? I thought you stayed down.
Tradition.
Like none other.
And I'm like, well, why can't we start our own?
Johnny,
deaf ears, baby, deaf ears.
Johnny, you have to embrace the cold.
No, I'm good.
No.
No.
What if it snowed? You have a white Christmas up here? Now that.
Oh yeah, then we can't get back. That'd be great.
Well,
no,
sometimes people design it that way.
I've always had this dream, and now it's become like a passion, that I want to play golf on Christmas Day.
Really?
Yeah. Probably can't do that here.
Well, you can. You just need an orange ball.
Yeah.
Galvis takes inside.
Get one of those ones that Bubba Watson uses. You ever see those things? Voltic, they're called.
Yeah.
Voltic. But they have these one. They make me dizzy. I played with a guy that had. Every time he putted, I thought I was going to pass out.
Did you ever play with those golf balls that have the soccer ball sort of trench? You know?
No.
Bouncing ball foul.
How about that effort by our first base coach, huh?
Well, I think he might have. I think he might have had to dive for it.
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool if he got the uniform dirty.
Might not be able to get up though if he dove.
So 2-1.
Hey, you got to make him pay for this, you know. Routine pop up, they let it drop. Pete let Lively swing. He's an opposite field hitter. He thought he had a good chance of getting him over. Decided to go into pull mode.
Off the hands into center field, a base hit. Alfaro's around third, being waved home. Lagares' throw to the plate is in time. Two on the putout. Lagares with his second outfield assist of the season. Former Gold Glover.
Well, an aggressive send by Juan Samuel. Alfaro got a good jump, but you know, you look at this play. I mean, Darno did everything perfect. He wasn't blocking the plate. He gave Alfaro a lane until he got the ball. Lagares with a perfect throw too. I mean, all the way in the air. But these are the little things that can cost you at times. Cesar Hernandez needs to be on third base right there. Cesar needs to be on third. As soon as he saw Lagares come up throwing the home, you got to go. I mean, he made his turn and became a spectator.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be there.
He's got to be at
because
third.
Freddie might have gone to second base.
Exactly. You know, now you got a guy with 2 hits coming up and Nick with, you know, with 2 outs second and third.
Lost his grip on that first swing. It's 0-1.
But those are the little things that are, you know, frustrating to the manager, to the coaching staff, and like, you got to make Smith cut that ball. And if he doesn't, you're easily safe at third.
You know, and I think we've said this, and it is true. That's the next step for Cesar. I mean, he should understand that by now, but that is the next step for him. Has to be.
Yeah, he has to be aggressive stealing bases, and he has to be aggressive going first to third.
Fly ball, shallow center field. And Lagares comes in to make the catch, and the Phillies leave a couple here in the 4th inning. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. 4 in the books. We'll move to the 5th. Dominic Smith will lead it off for the Mets when we return. Season is this Sunday when the Phils take on the New York Mets. A free PGW 2018 schedule fathead given out to all fans. Lots of prizes and surprises. Go to Phillies.com for more information. Dominic Smith leads it off. Smith bounced out to the mound his first time up. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think he thought the umpire called that a strike, and when he found out it wasn't, he was a little relieved.
He's a happy fella. Runs inside. A high fly ball to center field. That ball jumped off his bat, and it's gone. And it's now a 4-2 ball game. That's his 9th home run of the year. 7 in a row had been retired by Lively. So 2 solo home runs for the Mets tonight, which has been basically their game plan against the Phils this year. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is where you go back to, you know, you get a gift double
right
to start the inning, and Lively doesn't get him over, and that's just a fastball up and in that Dominic Smith beat him to the point of contact. And but you know, this is something that they'll have to figure out.
First team ever to hit 22 home runs on the road versus the Phillies in one season.
We got 2 more games.
That's the amazing part. Lagares out towards shortstop. Galvis to his left. One away. Matt Harvey's coming up. October 2nd, the home of the authentic fan, CSN, will become NBC Sports Philadelphia, powered by Xfinity. All the games you can't miss with the teams you love right here, just with a new name. NBC Sports Philadelphia, powered by Xfinity. October 2nd. Well, how about this? Travis Tyrone is going to pinch hit for Matt Harvey. Hansel Robles warming up in the pen. I have to admit, I'm a little surprised, unless something's going on, but Harvey did give up 7 hits. He walked 3. There's a high fly ball to left field. Altair over toward the corner. Long run. Gets there.
Well, that's one thing about this defense for the Philly outfield defense, especially Altair. Yeah, he might be as good a center fielder as Odubel. And Odubel's been fantastic in center field this year. There's not a lot falling in on that side.
No, I agree with that. He gets good jumps. He's graceful to the finish. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aoki takes a strike. Aoki fouled that one off. Just a bit outside, 3-2. There's Harvey. Well, he looks like he's fine. Maybe they just figured 4 was enough to finish the year. Back toward the middle, off the mound, a base hit for Aoki. A 2-out single. That brings Jose Reyes to the plate. And Reyes provides us with our Geico quote of the day on Terry Collins' impact on him. He is like my second father. That is how much I love, how much love I have for him and he has for me. The communication that he had with me since 2011 when I met him was unbelievable. I don't know what the future holds for him, but I wish him the best. Well, that's awfully nice of Reyes to say that, because the future does not look great for Terry Collins as the Mets manager.
Yeah, and you know what? 2 years ago they were in the World Series. 2 or 3 years ago they're in the World Series.
Wild card last year.
Yeah, what makes him a different manager then than is now? Oh, hold on, talent.
Yeah.
Health of pitching staff.
Well, and that's it. The starting staff last year, this is just last year, had an earned run average, the starters, of 3.61, third best in baseball. This year, they're 27th at 5.13.
But can you tell me why they're not in the playoff?
Fly ball to center. Odubel is under it. Mets do get a run on the home run by Dominic Smith. They leave one. We will move on to the bottom of the fifth inning. Terry Collins in his 7th season as the skipper of the Mets. He's been around for a long time, as it turns out. We'll be back with the bottom of the fifth. Official bank of the Phillies. Visit citizensbank.com. Well, this kid I think everybody's excited about. Sixto Sanchez. 13 starts at single A, 5-3 with an ERA of 2.41. He walked one or none in 15 of his 18 starts. 10 total walks through his first 16 starts. The #1 prospect in the South Atlantic League by Baseball America, and he's just a puppy. I mean, he's 20 years old.
And he throws hard.
Throws hard.
And doesn't walk people.
Nope. 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Some folks from St. Joe's. Johnny, you see that young lady dancing right there with the St. Joe's?
Yeah.
That's my cousin Maddie. First year, she's a freshman at St. Joseph's, enjoying the game here.
You didn't teach her how to dance, did you?
Well, no. It would be worse than that.
Isn't Murph a teacher at St. Joe's or something?
Murph is teaching a class, not at St. Joe's, though.
Say I didn't help it ain't dancing.
There's Hansel Robles. His 46th game for the Mets. Can you imagine if Murph taught a dance class?
Oh boy, I'd sign up. I wouldn't participate, but I'd sign up.
I'm not sure I could teach you to dance, John. Honestly, are you a good dancer?
I can't tell you that.
He's from West Virginia.
I can't tell you if I am or not because I've never done it.
All right, why don't you get up and show us something?
No, I'm good, really. No.
Almost had him, Murph.
Almost.
Football, no strikes to Hoskins. Hoskins singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. One ball and one strike.
Can Murph dance at all?
I think he thinks he could dance.
Can you river dance, Murph?
It depends on what time of the night, honestly.
That's a very good point.
I get much better the later the night goes.
Yes,
That Jameson
does.
guy's your dance partner?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Captain somebody.
Yeah.
I heard that Captain Morgan guy could really cut a rug.
Yeah, that Tito guy. That Tito guy can dance too. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hoskins.
Well, I'm going to get this out of the way now since it's a 2-2 count. I'm going to miss all you guys. I'm not going to speak to you all winter, but I'm going to miss the heck out of you. This has been a blast.
We'll send you some videos. We do that from time to time. Ground ball over to third, booted by Cabrera, and Hoskins is aboard. 17th error of the year for Cabrera. Well, while Murph's on camera, maybe we can get him to dance. Murph, what do you got, buddy?
All right, first let me say I'm going to miss you too, John, of course. You know what? Brian Donovan here took my dance class, and he ended up in a boot, so we're not going to dance back here. Say hello to where the engineers get to work inside the truck. Cleveland Shaw is back here as well. And, Brian, you know what? I'm sitting here, and I'm marveling at just all the buttons and everything that's going on down here. This looks like an old-time switchboard over here. What are we looking at right here?
Well, every video signal or audio signal that's embedded on a video comes into this jack field, and it's kind of where we distribute everything. So everything you see that comes into the truck, we send it out, and we program monitors in the production room and all kinds of stuff like that. So.
It's that easy. It's just it's just simply that. So when Cleveland's sitting here nice and calm as he is, and then Brian's sitting here nice and calm, that's a good thing. That means things are going well for us, right?
That's correct. If we're kind of sitting here during the show doing nothing, that's good. But you know, as soon as something pops up, we got to get up and move. So.
Well, hopefully nothing's going to pop up anytime soon. We were just talking Cleveland. We were just talking about the little fire we had a year ago that knocked us off the air for an inning. That was probably an interesting night, huh?
Yeah, it was. I mean, all of us come together, and you know, we make it happen quick. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that much off the air. You know what I mean? So
absolutely doing their thing. That's what they do. Well, Brian, generally 2 engineers in the truck every night and making sure things are going right. Brian, Cleveland, thank you so much for keeping us on the air. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
And thanks for taking my dance class too. You really did a nice job. Yeah, we'll get that fixed. That darn cha-cha got him.
The cha-cha.
I was going to have those guys walk out of the room, have Murph pull a couple of those wires and see how long it takes to figure out which ones he pulled.
That's a cool idea.
Well, then do it.
Yeah, really. Do you have to think of everything, John?
I can't help call the game. I can't babysit Murph.
Right.
And I can't produce the whole thing either. I mean, I only wear one hat.
The yellow one with the red pig.
That's right.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I got my hair cut. It was hot down in Florida. I guess Irma brought in some unbelievable heat.
You got to cut short.
Well, I told the lady to use clippers. I just forgot to tell her not on the top. And you know, one thought a day. I had something else going on in my brain. And so I got.
It's really
she
short.
just went to town with the clippers, and I wasn't paying attention.
Nope.
No. At least I don't have to wash it. Or comb it.
I haven't combed it in like 10 years.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Left side, Cabrera flags it down. He's not going to throw him out, is he? Odubel beat it according to the first base umpire, Dan Bellino. I think the Mets will probably take a peek at this one.
I was a lot closer than I thought Cabrera could make it. Safe.
Yes, he is. Good call. That was close. Ball that stayed high, 1-0. Outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, it's a slippery baseball. Oh. She tried to help her son there.
Almost lost the ticket.
Yeah. Looks like they did lose something. Fly ball left center field. Didn't get all that one. Nimmo is under it and makes the one-handed grab to wrap up the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Murph, what do you got going on down there?
I'm just playing around.
Yeah.
Looking at these wires. You know, John, he dared me.
Are providing us plenty of reasons to be excited about 2018. Aaron Nola took the mound with confidence all season, while the pieces of the bullpen fell into place and grew stronger with each passing month. Nick Williams arrived with plenty of production in his swing, and J.P. Crawford arrived with a wide open glove, ready to take the field wherever he was needed. And then there was Reese, swinging and delivering in a way no one in history has ever done. The future is certainly bright, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, tonight those youngsters have helped the Phils to a 4-2 lead as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Ben Lively has allowed 2 solo home runs this evening, and now as Drupal Cabrera will lead it off. He's 1 for 2, and he takes a breaking ball for strike 1. It's 0-1. Little low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tell you, Lively last time allowed 5 in the 1st inning, and you know he fought and stuck around. Tonight he allowed 1 in the 1st inning, and he scattered 5 hits overall. But if he can finish off this inning and maybe give them another. Alfaro is fortunate because Cabrera, why even play?
I have no idea. But we're happy.
Yeah, 2-3 on the putout. 1 away. Travis d'Arnaud's coming up. Murph, what do you got now?
Well, I need to talk to Frank Gilbuena before I get out of here, one of our graphics operators. Not just one of our graphics operators, but Frank's been doing this since 1978. You've seen your fair share of baseball games over the years, have you not?
I have. Yes, I have.
Tell us, we talked a little bit about this the other night, but as the graphics operator, you see, me, graphics operator, you put that up. Every graphic on the screen, that's coming through you.
Pretty much, yeah. And I have a lot of really good help because the associate producer sitting next to me is one of the best in the business.
Absolutely, John DeSanger. That's who you're talking about.
Murph, I thought he meant you.
No, he did not mean me, believe me. Although it's funny you say that, Tom, because let me take you back to 1993, Frank. In a studio, Channel 17 at the time, the Phillies on John Kruk on the field, and well, me, a very scared intern, sitting behind you in that studio. I remember interning for you guys. Do you remember me at all?
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
All right. Did I ever screw up royally or anything like that?
No more than I did, so we're even.
Very nice, Frank. I appreciate that. And we should say also, Frank is one of our crew members that travels from time to time. We see you down in Washington, D.C. We see you in New York. You enjoy that part of it?
I do, absolutely. Those are two cities that are close enough for me to travel to. And being in a different ballpark, but in the same truck, is a real advantage. And I think it's good for the entire production team to have somebody who's a little bit more familiar with the graphics look.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you feel like you got to keep these guys in line sometimes, Frank?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you get back to work and, cracking skulls if you need to. That's what you have to do. Frank, thank you very much. Guys?
Thank you very much, Murph. We appreciate that. Keeping the guys in line. Brendan Nimmo has grounded out, and he's also flied out. Outside, 1-0.
I didn't think Frank was going to talk there for a while. I thought he was going to give one-word answers. And I know Murph was probably hoping he was, so,
Murph wanted
less of you means more of me.
Murph wanted to break out in song.
Yeah, he did. Well, they had the graphic guy. Can put the lyrics up there, so it'd be just like karaoke for
Very
Murph.
true. We'll get the accordion guy back again.
Is Murph fired?
He's fired for the evening of being in the production cavity. There's Milner and Yaxel Rios.
94 pitches for Ben Lively. More than likely going to be his last inning.
Two balls and one strike. That just softly coasted in over the plate.
Slow one. 72 miles an hour.
Whoop. Right on top of the zone.
Tell you, a lot of times you won't get that call. Breaking ball up.
Over to first base, backhanded by Hoskins. There's one. Lively's there in time. 3-6-1 double play. Well, if that's it for Lively, nice job through 6 here tonight. We'll see if he comes back out in the 7th. Phil's up by 2. by your local Chevrolet dealers. By W.B. Mason. Who bought W.B. Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. And by Nissan. ShopChooseNissan.com. Been lively chatting with Bob McClure. Dusty Watson coming over as well. Dusty managed Ben this year and last year too at Reading. Phillies do have Hyun-Soo Kim out in the on-deck circle, so looks like lively season is complete. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live each and every year, and the postseason in the office or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes At-Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on over 400 mobile and connected devices. See, we're planting the seed for next year. We're celebrating 15 years this year. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. There's Kim. Alfaro. Hits one in the air to left center field. He crushed that one. It's gone! A solo home run, his 5th of the year. And the Phils add another one. On top now 5-2.
Hey, you got to love what he's doing tonight. A hustle double.
Yep.
And now a more relaxed home run. Look at this swing, though. Just short, quick. That ball jumped, didn't it? I mean, I thought he hit it good, but
I did too.
Man, where it ended up,
yeah,
I didn't think it was going to
be that good. Yeah, you could just hear it. .423 feet. So here's Kim pinch hitting, and he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Center field. Lagares started in a half a step. Now he goes back casually. And 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring Cesar up. Cesar tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. By the way, tomorrow the Phillies thought they were facing Jacob deGrom, but they're facing Seth Lugo. Jacob deGrom is not going to pitch this weekend. He's got an intestinal issue, gastrointestinal issue. 0-2.
Terry Collins can't even finish the season without last 3 games of the year without having to scratch someone.
All the newspapers in New York had stories about Terry today. They were all different to a certain extent. But it doesn't sound like he's going to survive after this season from a managerial standpoint.
Yeah, not everything you read. It appears like it's a foregone conclusion, but yeah, who knows?
No balls, 2 strikes. In the air to right field. That is well hit. Going back, Aoki back toward the wall. It is gone. Second solo home run of the inning for the Phils. Cesar Hernandez was with his 9th of the year. I think the fact that he homers every once in a while is just gravy. But the Phils will certainly take it here. They're on top 6-2.
The boys are giving Pete a little going away home run party.
Nice grab by that young lady.
Through outstretched hands. Zach Ertz missed one there.
Let's hope that it's not an omen for this weekend.
No.
Freddie Galvis. First home run for Cesar since the 22nd of August. So we're saying he hits homers, it's kind of gravy. Taking a peek out.
There's been some issues, hasn't there, with Robles in the past?
Yeah. Most notably the quick pitch of Cameron Rupp.
Someone's
chirping on him.
Bullpen, from the dugout.
Dan Bellino saying knock it off. It wasn't Tommy. I think it may have been Daniel Nava. And now warnings, I believe, have been issued. Terry Collins coming out. The teams don't forget.
He doesn't forget much either.
No, he does not. Jerry Lane talking to Robles. I think order has been restored. Jerry now peeking into the Phillies dugout. I heard him say stairs, but I don't think it was Matt.
I hope he said on the stairs.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was?
I hope.
I didn't think it was Tommy that was saying anything. Outside corner, it's 2-1. If he did issue a warning, and I think he did because he pointed to both dugouts. Yeah. It's odd that he would do it only because the ball didn't hit Freddie. But they probably understand that. I mean, I guess they think they understand there's a history. I don't know if they think back that far or not.
I mean, the pitch was a little curious. You know, I think Freddie thought something was coming because Freddie was already backing out.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, you get yelling from the dugout. Robles responds to the yelling from the dugout. And in order, you know, to keep order restored, why don't we just warn both teams?
Right. Robles has been working away to Galvis since. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. And Freddie slaps it foul again to stay alive. So we'll do it again.
Yeah, I don't know about the warning of both teams. Now, do they warn both teams before the game starts tomorrow?
Tapper up the third base line. Cabrera has it and throws Galvis out. 2 outs. Nick Williams is coming up. Time now for the Jeep Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. All right, Johnny. Who holds the Phillies record for most assists by a shortstop in one season?
I'm going with my old buddy, Larry Bowa.
Larry Bowa is correct. 560 in 1971. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. Williams out toward left field. Nimmo in fair territory. Phillies do get a couple runs and a couple of solo home runs. Cesar Hernandez had the second one. We'll go to the 7th. 6-2 Phils. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary, where the Phils have put up a 2-spot 3 different times. Michael Franco, Jorge Alfaro, and Cesar Hernandez have all homered for the Phils. Lively was good tonight. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. So now as we go to the 7th, it's up to this bullpen, which has been so good for the Phillies, to try to hold a 4-run lead. And first up, it's Adam Morgan.
Adams really turned his season around, hasn't he?
Sure has.
Since he got recalled. Fastball in the mid 90s, sometimes higher than that.
And a great slider slash cutter.
Yeah.
To go along with the changeup. Rosario is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Got a fastball that's fouled at home plate. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Changeup 1 and 2. Changeup slider combination have been his go-to pitches, particularly when he needs a strikeout.
Yeah, now ahead in the count, he can go to either one. Let's see, throw something slow away.
tried to, and it missed away. 2-2.
That mid-90s fastball. It's like I've been saying, you know, he's making it. He and Hobie Milner both have been. Matt Klentak in the front office of the Philadelphia Phillies. You know, they're making it tough to think that they need another lefty.
Well, there's that pitch right there, that changeup which got toward the middle of the plate, a swinging strikeout. One man down. Dominic Smith is coming up. Hey, when you come to the ballpark this weekend, so look at this virtual reality that the Phillies have put together along with MLB. Now you got to get the ballpark out, and then as you go to the ballpark, you hit some of the signs that are around the ballpark. And look, the Fanatic pops up. I mean, it's pretty cool to watch, and he just shoves Odubel Herrera out of the way. It's sort of a contest for what you can do. So if you participate in all 6, you'll get a digital coupon for the Majestic Clubhouse store. So go to the ballpark app. Fans who point their phones at selected player banners on the main concourse will see the interactive animation. So that's just going to give you a little flavor of the virtual reality stuff that's going to be available as we move forward. John, virtual reality.
I wonder if they can, some games they can, if the game gets out of hand early, if they can virtual reality our rear ends up here, and so we can go home. No?
I don't think that'll work.
Yeah. You'd think some smart person could come up with that. We could.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. I got another recommendation for the Phillies. My kids actually wanted to know. You know how they have the sausage races and the president's races? Why don't we have the Galapagos gang races?
Well, they mean live, like on the field?
Yeah, in between innings.
All right, because they have it on the video, but that's animated. You want the real thing.
We want the real thing.
Probably take a little while.
Well, they can run a short race.
Got to be careful, though.
Think of the fun the Fanatic could have with that. Like which one he could take out.
Oh, he's good at that.
Yeah.
What if we did a caricature of yourself? You know, like they do in Arizona with Randy Johnson and Luis Gonzalez.
I could do that. I'd run forever like that.
3-1. Low ball 4. So Smith walks. A one-out base runner, and now Lagares is coming up. It'll be Lagares, and then Kevin Plawecki is out in the on-deck circle to pinch hit. Kevin McGowan is warming up in the pen.
He's got some flow working.
He does. He's got sort of the Gazelman flow.
Yeah, he didn't go to my barber.
Here's Gazelman. Ground ball to second base. Not hit hard enough, I don't think, to turn 2. 4-6 on the put out at second base. A fielder's choice. Plawecki's coming up.
Yeah, like you said, that ball wasn't hit hard enough by Lagares to turn a double play. But how about those middle guys making that close?
Yeah, way closer than I thought once it hit the bat, once it left the bat.
Well, Lagares is a great center fielder, but he's not a burner. I mean, he's
his
not.
Is all about his jumps. Oh, game over. Game over. Been a long day, John.
I know how that baby feels. Been a long day too.
You want somebody to go over and rub your back?
Huh. Well, I'd give Murph something to do. He ain't doing nothing else today. Is Murph done for the day? I know, you know, our producer just said he's hanging out with the production cavity.
He's got T-Mobile. He's got T-Mobile coming up.
You know.
He's going to do a post-game interview when the Phils win this baby. Not that baby, but, you know, the ball game.
Yeah. Who's he getting, you think?
Thinking Alfaro.
Yeah. Lively, maybe?
Maybe Lively.
Why don't he just get all the guys that hit homers?
The whole group?
Yeah, one question each. How many we got? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets Cesar, Jorge, and Mikel. A little round table.
Round table, by the way, will take place tonight after the game. Murph is the special guest of the radio guys tonight. Ooh, an off-speed pitch. That's a good pitch. Just missed. 3-2. Yeah, just a little.
Wow, that
little
looked a lot closer than what looked on that screen. Yeah.
Swing and a miss. He got him this time. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Morgan. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. Even that strikeout didn't wake that young fella up. We'll go back to the 6th inning for this one.
Well, Robles finishing up an inning, and Alfaro said, well, I'll help you stay out here a little longer. And then after an out, Cesar gets on the board with a majestic home run to right field, and those 2 home runs against Robles are our Toyota turning points of the game. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
That's right.
And oh, by the way, I was watching, you know, the pregame stuff, you know, and all the stuff with Pete and Matt Klentak and everything. Paul Muller had to do 3 or 4 commercials today.
There were a lot of them.
Man's amazing.
By the way, Johnny, how about this guy right here?
Is that another friend?
12 years old today.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Charles. What's that?
How do you know him?
He is Jeff Halleckman's son, our producer.
Well, he don't bring his kids around me, so probably a smart move, but.
One ball and no strikes to Hoskins. That ball is hit well, foul, off the half wall. But it's 1-1. It's your first time seeing Hoskins since he's been in this sort of extended slump. You seeing anything?
Pull happy, pull happy, pull happy. It's what it seems to me. And that's what happened. You get, you hit a ball off the barrel, but you hit it foul. His at bats today. Grounder to short. A fly ball to center. Then he got a base hit between short and third. Then he had the ball he hit that third baseman Cabrera booted. That was close.
That was close. Play off to the right. It'll be Hoskins, Altair, and Odubel here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Luis Garcia warming up in the bullpen for the Phils. In the dirt. 3-2. Talking about throwing your body at the baseball. That's what Darno did.
Well, that was one of those 2 strikes just in case you swing deals.
He got a little off balance on that one, didn't he?
Well, I know how he feels. One little stumble can cause you to go a few to 10 to 15 feet before you regain a little bit of balance.
Reaches out, loops it out to center, but it's right toward Lagares.
See, that's a pull. He got fooled, understandably, but and I'm sure people are saying, well, wait a minute, he hasn't hit a home run and he's still on 18.
Yeah.
How come he hasn't hit it? And you tried too hard. Slider away, and and that's what I mean. He's covering the inside pitch and just trying to put the outside pitch in play, and it should be the opposite. Look away, react in.
Foul tip, and it's 0-1. Out toward right field, going back on it is Aoki toward the scoreboard, and he'll make the catch. So there are 2 outs. Odubel's coming up. Sunday at 3, kick off your Eagles game day with Michael Barkan, Ray Dittinger, Seth Joyner, and Barrett Brooks on Eagles pregame live. Right after the game, hear from the players and Doug Peterson fresh off the field. Bookend Birds versus the Chargers on CSN. There's the young lady who caught the home run. I think she's getting some text messages from some folks. Why not? Odubel takes outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Why is she getting the text? Look, in the land of giants, she was able to pick it out of the air.
She was the only smart one out there to bring a glove, too. Don't the rest of those people around here understand the potent Phillies offense, that there's probably going to be a ball hit up there?
Home run territory.
Unbelievable.
Look at all those people around her.
Yeah, we have to put question marks around the others.
Fly ball center field. Lagares makes the catch. Phillies go down in order. We have played 7. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 6-2. Phil's on top. Is brought to you by your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Phillies are on top 6-2 as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Time now for a Hyundai defensive play of the game. Sharp double play.
And the last play for Ben Lively in the 2017 season. Hoskins with a great pick. Takes his time, makes a good throw to Freddie, and Freddie, we know how accurate he is. Lively covering first, and that's a 3-6-1 double play, and that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Garcia, 2.69 earned run average, and he will face the top of the order. Toward the middle, off Garcia, just grazed him. Aoki has his second hit of the night. Leadoff single here in the 8th inning. He's okay, and here comes Reyes. Popped him up. Freddie Galvis on the shortstop side makes the catch for the first out. Asdrubal Cabrera is coming up. Time to get updated on what's going on around baseball. Here's Greg Murphy.
All right, thanks, Tom. It's our deeper coverage of baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. And Major League Baseball announced today the renaming of the World Series MVP trophy. They are naming it now the Willie Mays World Series MVP trophy. Mays, who is now 86 years old, played in 4 World Series in his time and winning one with the Giants in 1954. And guys, today is actually the 63rd anniversary of his famous over-the-head catch in the 1954 World Series, which is why they made the announcement today off the bat of Vic Wertz, you'll remember. Well, maybe not remember, but you've seen it. 1954, 63 years ago today, he made that catch, and we're still talking about it. That is kind of cool. The Chicago Cubs also had to juggle around their starting rotation going forward for the postseason. Jake Arrieta still dealing with a hamstring issue that he's been dealing with since the beginning of September. So they've scratched him from Sunday's start, which is what he was supposed to have his final start of the season. And they said he will not pitch in Game 1 or Game 2 against the Washington Nationals in the divisional round. They're hoping that he can pitch later in that divisional series. But Jake Arrieta out for a little bit to try to let that leg heal up a little bit more, get him back to 100%, guys.
Yeah, there is. The Cubs have some depth, but they certainly want him because he's been pitching so well recently to be part of it.
Lester just came off the DL not long ago. Quintana has been hit or miss.
Been really good recently, though.
He got hit around today. They had to take him out after 4. I think they took him out in the 5th. I think he gave up 4 or 5 runs.
By the way, how about this is the anniversary of the Willie Mays catch today? I mean, we're at the end of September. Aoki's on his way to third. A single by Cabrera. First and third with 1 man down. The Game 1 of the World Series back in 1954 was today. The World Series, because of all the division rounds and the wild card and everything, won't begin till the end of October.
Well, I mean, you won the pennant. You played in the World Series, right?
1 day off and go.
Yeah, well, it's amazing how this lovely game has changed.
It's evolved. All right, so now Darno. Darno is 1 for 3. Need a ground ball here. Or a strikeout or 2.
Now, the season's starting earlier next year?
The season is beginning earlier, yep.
Is there any thought process that goes into that, or because they want the last day of the season to be on a Sunday, so they might have to?
No, it's not that. Something with the collective bargaining agreement. In the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Have they figured out a way that the teams from the Northeast
have not figured that out yet?
Chicago, Minnesota,
playing the warmer climates. Yeah,
they haven't figured that out.
Not figured that out yet.
Because we start with the Braves and then the Mets. Makes sense.
Well, the good thing is the Phillies start in Atlanta, so a little warmer for a couple days.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be toasty in New York. End of February. No, end of March.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Part of it, too, in the collective bargaining agreement is more days off for the players. That's what was negotiated, so there will be more off days.
I bet the players would more readily agree to a shorter spring training and not as many off days. I know I'd have voted for no spring training at all, but that was just me.
Swing and a miss. 2 outs. First strikeout for Garcia. And Brandon Nimmo is coming up. Citizens Bank Park is a perfect place to host your next social, fundraising, or corporate event any time of the year. Choose between spaces such as the Diamond Club, the Executive Dining Room, or Hall of Fame Club with free parking and on-site catering. At a Fanatic visit or a ballpark tour. Go to Phillies.com/special events for more information. Fly ball right field. Williams got turned around, makes the catch. Nimmo swinging at the first pitch. No runs, 2 hits. 2 men left. Another scoreless inning for the Phillies bullpen. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, just so you know.
That's Sunday.
This Sunday, yep. Free PGW 2018 schedule fathead to all fans, plus a free Phillies Fun Spinner to fans 14 and under. Prizes and surprises for fans throughout the game. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets. A reminder: go to the social media. If you're, go to the Phillies Twitter page if you want to have a chance to throw out a first pitch on Sunday. Here is Maikel Franco to lead it off.
Smitty knows we're 3 o'clock Sunday, right?
Yeah, he does. Yep. He is in town. Weekends with Schmidt, presented by Acme Markets, will start tomorrow. Upstairs.
96, so that's not an easy one to catch up to.
Rain was acquired from the Dodgers by the Mets. 13.5 ERA. This is his 8th ball game.
7 walks and 12 hits in 6 innings.
Off the mound, Reyes up with it. 1 away. And here's Jorge Alfaro, who's been on base 3 times. Well, just trying to pass the time.
Well, yeah, because I'm doing my notes and you're fooling around with the iPad. I'm studying the next inning, checking all the stats, and you're flinging around an $800 iPad.
Is that how much it is now?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
We just got a new case for it. Got a new case.
You were just testing the case?
The case is excellent. It's the exact same case we had before, just it's newer. Same exact one.
Why'd they get a new one?
Something broke on it.
Because you're throwing them up and down.
I did not break that one. I know who did, but I did not break that one.
Ben?
No, it was nobody from our home crew.
You let a visitor touch our stuff?
Yeah.
Huh. You allowed them to.
I did.
I got to question our friendship too. I take that back. I'm not going to miss you guys now. Well, I'll miss Ben and Larry and Scott, Schmitty, and the cavity down there.
Here's Alfaro with their T-Mobile home run replay.
Yeah, Robles ran that thing, tried to get it away, ran over the center of the plate. Alfaro said, "I'll handle this one," and that's our home run replay brought to you by T-Mobile.
3 homers tonight for the Phils. They had 2 home runs in the previous 6 games.
We have to come up with something in the offseason. They call them the cavity.
I like the cavity. You come up with something better. We'll take our bus trip down to Naples to see you. Have some cheesesteaks.
Hey, Naples got roughed up, man.
How's the restaurant?
That would be fun.
How's the restaurant? Is there anything right there?
Yeah, we made it through.
Down the right field line. Oh yeah, Oakland was shaded that way. A little surprised by that.
Yeah. Maybe Puig had it right last week.
Maybe he did. Here's J.P. Crawford. He'll bat for Garcia with Neris warming up in the bullpen. Boy, it would be nice for the Phillies to win another series before the end of the year. Tonight would be a big step forward for that with 2 games left.
Yeah, especially against the Mets here.
First half of the season, the Phillies were kind of the laughing stocks of baseball to a certain extent. Everybody said, well, it's a foregone conclusion. They're going to have the first pick overall in the 2018 draft. They're going to lose 100 games. Well, this second half, things have changed. And this has been their best month.
And we passed up the Giants, haven't we?
Giants and the White Sox.
Oh, wow, really?
Outside 2-1.
So we get the 3rd pick.
This is the resurgence. Since the 16th of July, the Phillies are 35-35. ERA is a little bit better, but the offense certainly is better. That's the thing that Pete said today, and I do agree with this. He said that, you know, despite what has happened today, as we learned that Pete will no longer be the manager in 2018, he's proud of the progress that a lot of these guys have made under his watchful eye and his coaching staff as well. And I think he should be proud of it. Phillies go down in order in their half of the 8th inning. So now we'll go to the top of the 9th. Phillies try to win game 1 against the Mets. Bank Park. Every time the Phillies retire the opposing team 1-2-3, which they're hoping Ramos can do here in the 9th inning. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Ramos a 4.37 ERA. Fly ball to center field, playable for Odubel. And one gone. Phillies touched Matt Harvey, the starter for the Mets, for 4 runs in 4 innings. Harvey's ERA now at 6.70. It's the highest ERA of any Mets pitcher with at least 70 innings pitched in their history. Eesh.
I mean, I don't know who's going to be their manager. I hope it's still Terry Collins because I love him. But, you know, they're going to have the same issues the Phillies are next year coming in. What's their rotation going to be?
Is everybody going to be healthy?
I mean, you got to think that DeGrom and Syndergaard, Lugo.
Yeah, but how's Matz? How's Harvey?
Yeah, Matz has never pitched a full season. Harvey's
different
hurt a lot and not the same.
Here's Juan Lagares with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning.
I think if I wouldn't mind going into a season with a healthy DeGrom and a healthy Syndergaard. Lugo.
Yeah, that's the thing. They could turn it around pitching wise, but then if you look at the offense, do they have enough?
And do they have money to go out and get what they need?
Right.
You have to assume Cespedes is going to be healthy.
Over to the hole, and that'll be a base hit for Lagares. After the ball game, Marshall Harris, Ricky Vitalico, Corey Seidman are standing by for Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. We'll talk about Ben Lively's night and the home runs the Phillies have hit, including the home run by Alfaro, his first multi-extra base hit night of his career. We'll have a full recap of the press conference from earlier today with Pete and Matt Klentak. Here's Phillip Evans, number 72. Another one toward the hole, off the glove of Galvis, and everybody is safe. Well, and there is his warming up. There he is. There he is. And this is now a save situation. The tying run is in the on-deck circle. He has worked a lot recently. Did have the off day yesterday, of course. Aoki will be the batter. Smoked. He hit an empty seat, fortunately.
One good pitch and get us out of here. A little slider, grounder to Cesar. What do you think?
It'd be great. Pete was saying the other day that he's been throwing more sliders. They'd like him to even throw more. So that's why he thinks he's been successful recently.
They've been talking to Larry Anderson or something?
Another one foul past Tom Goodwin this time. Nice job keeping the ball in front of her.
Knock it down. It's always hot. Wow, that's very sweet.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so a quick meeting on the mound. And the 1-2 pitch coming to Ogie. Over to first base, backhanded by Hoskins, flips it to Ramos covering, and the ball game is over. The Phils take game 1 against the Mets by a final of 6-2 as Ramos finishes off the 9th inning. And since the 16th of July, the Phillies are now over the 500 mark at 36-35. I don't know why there's some waiting around going on in the Mets dugout. Phillies are looking over. They think that the toss to first was bobbled. The umpires have already left. Take a peek at it. I think it was pretty clean. Ramos has it on the bag. And the ball game is indeed over. Well, this is a nice win for the Phils. They continue to play good baseball. Jorge Alfaro, he had a lot of energy tonight at the plate. He's our Chevrolet player of the game. A walk, a double, a home run. He's reached base safely in 25 of his 28 major league ball games. Not too shabby considering where he was down in the minor leagues. Time now for our W. Mason deliveries of the game. And the Phils went yard 3 times tonight, John.
Yeah, they did, and that's a beautiful thing. What they did, Alfaro with the long one. Franco, though, got it started with the 2-run homer. There's Alfaro's to left center field. A first pitch by Robles, and then 2 batters later, Cesar takes Robles deep there. That's, add-on, tack-on runs by Alfaro and Cesar. Those are WB Mason deliveries of the game.
All right, you think about it, too. The Phillies just had a couple home runs in the last several games, and tonight they hit 3 home runs in 1 game. It's a nice spurt. 6 runs on 10 hits for the Phils, 2 runs on 10 hits for the Mets. Ben Lively gets the win in his final start of the season. And down in the field with Greg Murphy is Jorge Alfaro.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, a couple extra base hits in this game. Your 5th double of the season, your 5th home run of the season. Over 100 at bats so far this year at the major league level. You appear pretty comfortable up there.
I mean, I feel really comfortable. I mean, like, I'm having like good at bats. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, finish strong. Like, try to help the team, and try to put the ball on play. And I mean, I get 2 base hits that I can help the team with runs. And it feels nice to, try to help the team, and good things happen.
Behind the plate, you and Ben obviously worked very well together tonight. What was the game plan coming in to keep these Mets off balance? We talk
about the game, about every hitter in the clubhouse. He got really good points. We faced them a lot of times this year, and he got really good points about pitching in and pitching outside, about all that. And I mean, we get to the game and just go out there and try to compete and get the win.
It's been a strange day, obviously, inside that clubhouse, learning that Pete Mackanin won't be back as manager. I know he spoke to you guys. What was the message he gave you as you guys get ready for a ball game tonight?
He just told us then keep competing, keep working, keep playing hard, and he said just keep your chin on, just keep your chin up. don't put your heads down because it's 3 games left. Just go out there and play hard, like you just try to make it to the postseason.
Well, you certainly did that tonight, guys. I appreciate it, Jorge. We appreciate your time. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Murph, we appreciate that interview there as the Phils win it 6-2 over the Mets. Jorge Alfaro had a good night offensively for the Phils. We'll be back to South Philadelphia to wrap it up right after this.